Libra, welcome to a timeless reading for you guys for the next 3-4 weeks ahead, the next month ahead, Libra. Whenever you are watching this, feel free to sort of anticipate messages, guidance for the next month, whenever you catch this. I had meant to do Aries. I wanted to do Aries today, and you guys, Libra is just like screaming in my mind. So there is something here that wants to come through for you guys right now. So we'll get a couple of oracle cards for the overall energy for the month ahead, and then we'll get a Celtic cross for you guys. Okay, Libra, darkness and the moon. So maybe you guys are going through a lot of change, the 7 here, and really asking for some guidance. This could be feeling like you're going through the dark night of the soul, like you can't really see what's going on right now, like you're being blinded. And when the moon card comes up, it's never a time for us to know very clearly, very explicitly what's going on. The moon is about really reveling in our darkness, reveling in our subconscious, reveling in the potential, not in the logic, not in understanding exactly how things are going to work out, not understanding that things are really clear right now, being very accepting that you are just in the darkness, in the womb space, in a holding space. And with the moon, we really want to understand, who do you want to be through change? So you don't get to choose right now if you are in a very dark moon time, what or how things look, or things might feel very confusing. But you do get to choose how you navigate through challenging times. So 7s are about genius, they're about challenges, they're about changes that bring you to the next level. And this is perfect because as I'm filming this, actually, this is the date of a full moon, a very powerful full moon. Regardless of when you are seeing this, there's full moon energy coming through this card. So, and it's kind of almost like this eclipse energy here. So things might be coming in and out of your life in the next few weeks. Things might be taken out of your life that no longer serve you unexpectedly, or conversely, be brought into your life if you need to have more support from something. You might be surprised by someone that pops back in, or an extra offer, something like that. Also notice like how she is holding herself. This is a time of self-care through this transition, or if it's not a transition, this time that you are sitting in the darkness. You're so held. You are so surrounded by spirit, by messages, people. This reading, friends, family are going to support you through this time. So you don't have to use your eyes, your logic to get through. Really listen to your heart and hold yourself close, like pamper yourself, nurture yourself, take a bath, lean into feeling vulnerable and lean into feeling the emptiness of this moment, if that's what you're experiencing, and it will lead to much greater reward on the other side. Like, don't fight it. Sink into this feeling of the unknown if that's what you're going through, Libra. Okay, one other oracle card here for you guys for the next few weeks. Let's see what we got. Structure. Okay, this is interesting because we were just talking about how little structure there is in a moon phase. So 2 things here. You might be really craving this. This might be something that you are desperately trying to grasp in a time of the unknown. And I'm going to suggest that you don't grasp onto anything in a time of unknown. I'm going to suggest that the less you grab onto or try and fight for structure during this time, the more structure will be available to you. The more workability will be available to you. The more you will see inspired action, the more you will see inspired ways forward. The more you let go, the more the world will show up to show you the next steps forward. So let's see what the reading brings up for you guys. But for Libra, if you're feeling like you are in a transition time or you'd really like some support, I hear you. You guys have been asking for this reading for me in my brain. And that doesn't matter to me if one person watches this video and gets something from it, or if a bunch of people do. But clearly someone's wanting some support in some way. One example, I worked at a job kind of recently, and it was a new job. I was very excited to take it, and it was so chaotic. It was, yeah, pulled everything that I had worked for out of me. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. It uprooted anything and everything I thought that I had known about myself. It was a total time of transition. I was thrown into so much chaos. I could not for the life of me get anyone to train me or to tell me what the heck I was supposed to do or where I was supposed to be. I was just sort of expected to know everything on my own. And I was craving structure. I was craving someone to help me. I was craving someone to tell me like what to do or what I was supposed to do, all of that kind of stuff, which, you know, you'd think would be normal for a job. But really the message for that for me was to face so many fears that came up. And out of that experience, I released so many old triggers from the past that came up. There was like massive healing in it for me, even though it was an exceptionally chaotic and uncomfortable time. So Libra, that's just one example. If you're going through something like that, I feel you, I hear you, I support you, sending you an extra hug, and know that it doesn't last forever, right? This is just a season. And also structure's coming. Structure is on the board. The next job, or more structure in the job you have, or in the relationship, or whatever it is, right? Okay, so main energy for the next 3 to 4 weeks here. Okay, what was I just saying? So King of Cups, master of your emotions, master of the turmoil. The King of Cups, the original image for this is Poseidon sitting in the middle of the sea, the god of the ocean, and there's just like crazy turbulent water all around him. And he is comfortable in the midst of turbulent water, turbulent emotions. This is exactly the example that I was just talking about, taking the unknown, taking whatever hits are coming to you right now, taking whatever chaos is surrounding you and allowing that to shape you into your best, most amazing self. This is also, could also be other people around you in your life. So you could be kind of focused towards a very specific maturation of your relationships or your inner world this month, but it could also look like a very strong figure coming to help you this month or work with you, or a healer. The King of Cups is the wounded healer. He's been through any and every emotional turmoil you could possibly imagine, which means he's also the person to hold space and structure for those that have not gone through it yet and who are going through that initiation. So that's beautiful. What's crossing you this month? Helping, hindering? Oh, yes. So right on track. 5 of Cups. Really facing, overcoming, looking at, dealing with any kind of disappointments, any kind of loss. The 5 of Cups is about where you're focusing. So it's going to be really important for you to address and focus on what you can do and what's lost. So 3 cups have spilled here, but 2 cups behind him where he isn't looking or she isn't looking are still full. So in the example I just gave of this job I was in, one of my prayers, I had to like pray every day as I was going to work. It was so frustrating. One of my prayers was, show me where I can step up and take responsibility and do this job really well, instead of crying and feeling really frustrated about not being taught and not being shown and all of the ways it wasn't working out for me. I really had to pray and ask to be shown where are the full cups, because I want to step into this. And that changes you from victim mentality to standing in your own power. You shift from a place of victim to total badass, right? And you also need to honor your feelings. So honor the loss here, feel the sadness, but know that what you're going through this next month is leveling up and taking responsibility for and being accountable for all of your emotional turmoil in a way that's going to feel so good to you. Ooh, Libra. Okay, what's in your subconscious here? What are you building the rest of the month off of? Oh, Queen of Cups in reverse. Fascinating. So this could also be a relationship potentially, that like a breakup that you've just gone through. When we see 2 court cards of the same suit, it can often mean a relationship. There might be something here in the foundation in the subconscious that you felt very lackluster about. Maybe this was like speaking to some depression. When the queen of water is like the most watery character on the deck. And so that relates to like our psyche, our emotion, feeling like very psychically attuned, very empathetic. So when she's out of balance, it can mean that there's a lot of depression going on, or that she's totally not in tune with her feelings and the feelings of others. So something is happening here in the subconscious and the foundation that you're building the rest of the month off of, that's being motivated by an imbalance here in the emotional body. That doesn't mean anything is wrong or bad, obviously. Just means that that is something, part of why you're being prompted towards this healing right now. And I'm curious about the timeline, but something might have also come up to kind of put you in a place of unknown right now. And the moon is like such a feminine card. Ooh, Libra. Okay, so something felt really unfair here. You're really experiencing a lot of emotions. It feels like you're railing against something that was deeply unsettling for you, that was deeply unfair. Maybe even like a legal judgment didn't come out in your favor. This could have been a divorce and it did not go well for you, the settlement, or, you know, if that's like a big example, but even as small as like feeling really slighted by your boss in the workplace, which can really impact your daily life, or a breakup not going well, or whatever it is, right? Maybe you're just really going through a healing journey right now of your past, where you're really examining and feeling a lot that wasn't fair for you in your childhood. Maybe this is a real internal journey. Whatever it is, it's fueling the rest of the action that you're building the next few months off of. So let's see what you are focused on manifesting this month. What are you conscious of? Wow. Okay. King of Pentacles. So lots of characters this month. You could be really like dealing with a lot of people. So if this is like a breakup, I mean, this is sort of specific, so I don't know, but if this is a breakup, if this is any kind of divorce, this could be a character that you're working with, or that you're leaning into. Let me get a clarifier for that. King of Pentacles is about so much stability. Look at that huge pentacle. It almost seems like a shield in front of him on this card. There seems to be some guarding that's going on here, and it feels a little, what's that word? It starts with an A. Aggressive. It's not aggressive, but forceful here. So let's see what's going on. You are very conscious this month of facing some kind of adversary, it feels like, with the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is rich, wealthy, stable, knows how to manifest, makes all the best food. If he can't make it himself that night, he is buying it from the best restaurant. But he's also stubborn AF and has a hard time moving or adjusting or budging. He's very slow with that. 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so maybe this could be someone too that's helping you alleviate your burdens. If it's not, it's someone this month that is exacerbating your burdens. When we have the 10 of Wands in reverse, it means you are coming out of a time of feeling very overwhelmed, or you are feeling extra overwhelmed. And I'm hoping for you that it is the alleviation of any or all of these burdens here with the King of Pentacles. I don't usually split the interpretations. Like usually they come through in one very clear way, but this seems like really on the fence. So for some of you, this might look like facing something, whether it's in yourself or whether it's a person outside of yourself who is stubbornly forcing you to look at something or to face something or to do something a certain way, that is feeling extra overwhelming for you. Or it's someone who's particularly stable in your life these next few weeks, who's helping you, who's supporting you, who's coming out of the woodwork to be there for you financially or let you have a place to stay, that's alleviating some of the overwhelm you're experiencing right now. So here's hoping for most of you, it's the latter, that you are being helped through the rest of the month. And we'll look at that here with the external card. But there is some energy here that says this could be an adversary that you're facing this month. But don't worry, because this is all about you facing your fears, facing any adversaries, facing any disappointments, and letting it forge you into the best, most compassionate, most heart-centered, most regulated person you've ever become, so that any situation you deal with in the future will be from a place of total calm. That's the potential for you, right? Okay, so here, what happened here in the recent past? Ooh, something very quickly happened in the recent past. There was some kind of an alignment, some kind of divine action. Something happened very quickly. It was either a relationship, I feel like a business happened here, some kind of aligned action was really moving forward. With the Chariot card, there's usually a couple of horses in there, and it kind of speaks to, like, do you have hold on the reins? Are you in control of how quickly and where they're flying? Or are you being pulled in all kinds of different directions by those horses? Oh my God, Queen of Cups in reverse. So something happened very quickly here that you couldn't control. The Chariot card is about a season. When we see major arcana cards, it's a season. It's a sign that like something is happening outside of yourself. There's a force outside of yourself. When we see a lot of the minor arcana cards, we have more choice in the direction that we go. something happened here in the past that was outside of your control that felt very fast. There was something fast moving. There was a very quick trajectory, and it didn't leave you feeling the best. There's some kind of disappointment that happened here. There's some kind of confusion, some kind of deep-seated unease emotionally. Maybe it taxed you. Maybe, like, for instance, I'll just list out some examples. This could have been like an accident, or so like a friend or something had an accident. Something happened very quickly here, and you had to help them a lot, and it completely drained you emotionally. Maybe that was family. Maybe you like went out of your way to help other people, and it's just draining you a ton. Maybe you got that new job, but it is taking everything out of you emotionally. Maybe you started a new relationship and they looked amazing, sounded amazing, and in reality, you got in it really very quickly. And with the Chariot card, you didn't really have another choice. So it's not a blame on you. This was divinely guided, but it's showing you all of the ways that you are now feeling exceptionally drained in yourself and not having good boundaries. Something like that happened in the recent past, and is spurring you into this incredible maturation here. I just feel like you are up-leveling, Libra, but it is definitely through a portal. It is definitely through an initiation here. What's coming in the future for you? Temperance in reverse. Okay, Libra, let me just get a clarifier for this. First of all, though, let's check this card out. I just love this deck. This is the Aquarian Tarot. And this is probably one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. I mean, it's kind of weird and super 70s, but it took me actually a long time to like this deck. We had a friend, I had a friend who passed away. This was his deck. I didn't pick it up for a long time, and now I just love it so much. So the detail in that, the colors. So anyway, Temperance is our balance. Temperance isn't everything's calm and good. Temperance is what you seek to have in the eye of the storm. When everything is out of whack, or if there's a lot going on, when you see temperance, it's about balancing. It's about being the calm in the storm of the chaos that's around you. So in reverse, let me just get a clarifier because I have an idea of what this is looking like, Libra. This is sort of like your training ground coming into the future. The next 3 or 4 weeks, you're not out of the woods yet, but it doesn't mean that more bad things are coming. It doesn't mean that any kind of bad things are coming. It means that as you are growing into this new capacity to regulate yourself, to be more and more in your body, to be more and more capable, you're going to have some experiences here that help you formulate that. Exactly. 5 of Wands in reverse says there are going to be instances where you are faced with situations that in the past might have really riled you, or all of these things, all of these like little triggers that might be here that are really disappointing you or making you upset, or the breakup that you went through. You might like go to a party and see your ex, right? But you will have the resources. It won't affect you as much anymore. You're going to have situations coming up in the future that will show you a situation that might have really set you back, but it will prove to you how far you've come and how much you've grown, because you won't feel the conflict. You won't feel the need to fight. You won't feel the need to lash out. You're going to be feeling and experiencing so much more peace, Libra. I feel that so fully for you in this moment, that as you move forward, you're going to understand that the world is full of insanity. The world is full of unfair, which is hard for Libras to accept. I have a Libra moon, so this is also a reading for me. Maybe I needed this reading right now. You're going to experience so many instances of this that would have like put you out before, and you're going to understand how far you've come because you won't have the need to lash out. You'll be like, oh yeah, cool, fine, fabulous. I actually just don't choose that anymore. So I'm going to go hang out with some other friends, or actually I just don't like that situation. So I'm just going to not go there. Whatever it is, it's extremely, what am I feeling right now? Empowering. You're going to feel powerful. You are going to feel like unstoppable, like nothing can hurt you. You should listen to the Frozen song. Let It Go. Listen to that song from Frozen, Let It Go. There's a line in there that goes something like, it's amazing how much some space, some time can give you some space, and like the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all anymore. That's where you're going. The fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. That's what this is. So I'm actually really excited for you, Libra. Okay, how are you doing with all of this? How are you feeling? What are you looking at? Oh, girl. I say that to all people regardless of gender. So if you are a man watching this, if you are any kind of, whatever gender you identify with as you're watching this, it's my term of endearment. You are doing great, Libra. 10 of Cups. You're feeling, and if you're like, well, I'm not, I don't know. I invite you to listen into your heart. I invite you to look around you. I invite you to look at relationships that are working well, because this card, the 10 of Cups in this position, is showing that there is so much emotional resource here for you. There is so much love. There is so much containment in this growth period, for so much support. You're looking at this and you're like, yeah, I got this. Even if I had a moment where I really needed some help or support, I'm totally held. I actually am full of love. I actually have so many examples of things that I can rely on. I have a gratitude list. I've needed to scream for the last few weeks and cry my face off, but I'm actually feeling so much more in my heart right now. I love that for you. Okay, people, places, things around you this month. What's in your environment that's helping, hindering? Okay, the 4 of Rods in reverse. So this can speak to some transition in the home. 4 of Wands is a card sometimes about marriage, about home life, happy home life, about stability and creativity and stability in our happiness, specifically at home. So when it's in reverse, some things just might feel unsettling, but that tracks if you are really recovering or healing from something that didn't go very well. You might have opportunities this month in invitations or things that happen around you to see that it's not feeling so great where you were potentially, or at home, or in a relationship that you were in, or where you might once have gotten comfort. But that's okay. This is continually more about how and how far you've come. Yeah, and the 3 of Cups in reverse. So it's just not a time. You're going to have experiences this month where it might feel lonely. 3 of Cups is about a card about celebration, going out with friends. When it's in reverse, maybe we've done too much of that. Like if you have been avoiding any of this or dealing with any of this, and by going out or drinking a lot or celebrating or kind of avoiding yourself, you're going to have a lot of prompts from your environment this month, people, places, things, to help you ground and go in and stay in and not party or not talk to your friends or not resource from outside of yourself. This is looking a lot like you are going to be prompted to feel your resource from the inside this month, from being at home, from journaling, from meditation, from really being and loving and creating that relationship with yourself, just like this. This is exactly coming back to this character, feeling so full of love and care and compassion for yourself. Okay, what's your greatest hopes and fears this month? The Knight of Cups. So watery. We have the Knight, the Queen, and the King of Cups on the board right now. And the 10 of Cups. Holy shit, Libra. So this could be you. Okay, a couple things coming to mind. This could be you really hoping that like your knight in shining armor just comes out of the woodwork and like picks you up and saves the day. This could really be you hoping that like you might get a romantic offer. If you have gone through a breakup recently and this is what this is about, you could be thinking like, oh my God, okay, I just need to like get on an app and like my next like lover or love of my life is just going to come swoop me up. This is like your hope, but also your fear. If you're trying to get into another relationship, the fear could also be the invitation of a new person. I would just say, Libra, that the message here on the board is so much about personal, inner, spiritual, emotional growth for you. Don't focus on someone else coming in to save you. If you are getting an offer of love this month, I would be very cautious and slow about how that goes. If you are in a period of healing, if you are really facing your own demons this month or your own shadow in order to become whole, because that's available for you this month. That's what's available for you this month is massive emotional transformation to something that is up-leveling in a way that you haven't seen before. That's super clear. So yes, be afraid of the love. Be afraid of the offer of love from outside yourself, because you are so fucking clear that you have so much of it internally. And that's what this month is about, creating your own structure, being your own love of your life. And then, just put it off for a few weeks until after this reading. And if you are having some kind of like an offer of love, if someone has reached out and said you are the love of my life, just give it a few weeks per this reading. You can cite this. this tarot reading I got. I just have to like wait a few weeks before I can get back to you. And then dive in, you know, but give yourself some time to absorb this because this is so beautiful. Okay, conclusion. What are we concluding on? Interesting. The Magician in reverse. Let me go ahead and get a clarifier for this. This is like dedicated true surrender. Like I'm not going to effort anymore to create my own reality in this moment. I am letting go and letting God. Magician in reverse can be ultimate surrender, but it can also be giving up, Libra. So you get to choose. Okay, High Priestess in reverse. Libra, I want you to know, High Priestess in reverse says you might not be listening to yourself here in the end. So this is a really amazing ending because it's showing you have to stay on top of yourself in order for this to pan out really well for you. This could end this end of the month for you, culmination. This could end in this amazing ability to surrender and just allow the process to happen. That's what this card is asking you to do. Surrender, give up, understand you're not going to know right now. You can't see the future. You can't see where you're going, and it's okay. Your path is being lit from behind you. You are being supported. You are being guided, right? So the end of this month, if you really utilize that and don't cling to the past, don't cling to like structure, don't cling to like something new or someone new to help you feel better. If you really just lean into the process this month, the surrender you feel will be exquisite. You will be held by the universe. You will be shown that you are not alone. You will come out so on top. There is a potential that if you don't do that, you're going to be going against your own intuition, and it might feel like you've given up at the end. It might feel like the surrender might not feel like surrender. It might feel like defeat. And it's up to you to choose, Libra. So I believe in you. The cards are on the deck. The cards on the table here are set up for you to have an incredible transformation this month. This tells me it is totally your choice which way it goes. And there's no right or wrong. Anything you choose is perfect because you never stop, you never get it done. There's going to be another chance next month, next week, next day, next instant, right? So that's what's available for you, Libra. You know, just total emotional and spiritual up-leveling and transformation. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have the most wonderful month, and we'll catch you in the next one.